Hey guys, BePitch here, bringing on the Modern Warfare 3 commentary. I think I'm using the PP90 on bootleg domination in a ground war lobby. That's not what I want to talk about. I want to talk about the Black Ops 2 single player campaign mode. Activision has been releasing a lot of new information about that. Some of the information that they've come out and stated was that there would be a storyline that involved the US and China getting into a war based on rare earth minerals. So recently, there's been a lot of, articles in the news outlets. Primarily, CNN has done a couple good pieces on it. And I'll link one of those in the description. So basically, China is the world leader in rare earth minerals, and what these minerals involve, some of them are europium, tungsten, cerium, lanthanum, samarium, and yttrium, and many more. So what these minerals do, they're involved in everything, whether it be your color TVs, your LCD, your LED TV, your plasmas. Typically, what all us gamers use to record commentaries, even play the game, enjoy the game. They're also involved in smartphones, tablets like your iPad, your iPhone, even your iPod. These minerals actually help developers design these products to run more efficient, quicker, and actually create circuitry a lot smaller so they can include more and more stuff such as GPS, cameras, accelerometers, and so forth. So these rare minerals have opened the industrial design industry as far as increasing the efficiency of these products tenfold from 10 years ago. So everything, even hybrid cars, the batteries in hybrid cars, the battery technology, where it is today, it's come light years ahead where it was 5-10 years ago, and that's what's allowed these car manufacturers to come out with electric vehicles, whether it be the Ford, what's it called, Ford, not Ford Fusion, but I'm drawing a blank right now, but the electric cars that are in the industry wouldn't be where they were today if it wasn't for these rare earth minerals. China is one of the world's leading producers of this. They produce 97% of all rare earth minerals. Now, don't get that confused with China possessing 97% of the world's rare earth minerals. The U.S. and other countries in Europe also have these minerals, but there's two reasons why the production isn't where it is in China. China has, one, they have cheaper labor, and two, they have less stringent environmental guidelines. So in China, I mean, it's a twofold effect. If the U.S. wanted to compete with China, they couldn't because the labor cost is significantly higher, and two, we have stricter environmental guidelines, and we'd have to spend more money to clean up after the mining. It's very dangerous to mine rare earth minerals. So China has an advantage at this, and that's why right now they're currently leading the world in production. Also, China has been reducing the amount of exports. They're either putting tariffs on it, so the price of the actual mineral when they export it out of the country is going to be significantly higher than if you produce that product in China. So the U.S. and Barack Obama, the president, has also came out and publicly stated that the World Trade Organization needs to review the case because they think there's some violations of free trade that's between the U.S. and other countries in Europe and Western powers. So also, China is, I mean, from their point of view, they're looking at it as like, hey, if you're going to manufacture a cell phone or a light bulb, manufacture in China because you don't have to go across these excessive tariffs. You can bring your manufacturing plant into China. We have the minerals here. It's located here. It's a lot easier. Because a lot of companies have been removing their manufacturing plants out of China and trying to bring it local. Like, I know the U.S. has had a big push on manufacturing products in the U.S., and they've been incentivizing that. So China, their manufacturing industry has been slowly diminishing. Like, by far, they're still manufacturing power, but their industry has had a sharp decline more recently because a lot of countries are trying to focus on their own GDP, their own economy since the 2008 crash. A lot of countries have been affected, and primarily in Europe. I think the U.S. and the U.K. have slowly recovered. But yeah, so I mean, everything from your LCD, smartphone, tablets, wind turbines, hybrid cars, headphones for your cell phone. That's another big one. I wouldn't even aware that Beats by Dre contained rare earth minerals. I don't think anybody would assume that. it's actually a little magnet, and the magnet itself is a rare earth mineral. It actually increases the quality of sound that comes out of the headphone. It's so impressive. Light bulbs is another thing. The filaments, I think tungsten is one of the rare earth minerals I touched on. Tungsten is by far a very, very important metal. It actually has one of the highest boiling points, so it's actually able to withstand heat greater than any other non-alloyed metal, which is awesome to hear. And I think tungsten's used in a lot of filaments and light bulbs, and if I'm not mistaken, in automotive and medical instruments, because of the high melting point or boiling point, it's actually able to withstand a lot of heat, as I said. Also, what I want to talk about is Activision came out and stated that they're building the game from the ground up as to prevent cheating, which is, I think, amazing. As we all know, Modern Warfare 2 and COD 4 were demolished by cheaters or hacked lobbies and so forth. It was so frustrating to play the game, and games that we all love, and think are some of the best Call of Duty franchises. To actually see, no support, no ways of monitoring the cheating. Now they've actually listened to the community and have created a team that's actually going to, help, one, develop it from the ground up, and two, continuously monitor that and ban players, which I think is great. Black Ops and Modern Warfare 3 has been somewhat consistent on preventing this. Also, they've come out and stated that the actual gameplay is going to be non-linear, meaning that if you complete a mission, you go route A. If you fail a mission, you go route B. You don't repeat the mission. So there's going to be several different outcomes. I hope that there's not just two routes. I hope there's not a completion route and a failure route. And let's say you're on the failure route and you succeed in a mission, and all of a sudden now you're back on route A, or you're on the successful route. Oh, there's multiple outcomes. I could easily see myself playing this game several times. When I get bored with other stuff, I could easily, play the single player campaign mode. It seems like it would be a blast. The graphics are going to be really good. I heard the graphics engine is going to be updated, or if not, re-implemented. The, I guess, timeline is going to take place in 2025. They've already came out and stated that all weapons and kill streaks in the game are going to have to either A, be plausible, or B, be realistic. And realistic meaning that it's already something that's been designed, developed, and capable to use today. So, such as the quad rotor. The quad rotor is definitely something that has been developed. It's been used. A lot of military contractors, or I guess companies that actually contract work for the U.S. I believe some of their material is definitely going to be here. But that's pretty much it, guys. I want to go ahead and thank you for watching my video. Please leave a like or comment. If there's something I was wrong on, something that I missed, something that you want to potentially add, please leave in a comment down below. Thanks, guys, and BePitch Out. Check out my score.